Hello, my name is Kathy Stephan. I've been doing children's theater in the Putnam County Public Library since 1997. The name of my company is Nesbitt and Leper's Fairy Tale Theater. Some of the actors are here to participate in a panel discussion after the video. I know some of you are saying, I can't do theater in my library, but yes you can. We've done over 16 plays with as many as 30 children right here in this very room. Sometimes we've used the back corner and made entrances from the hallway. Sometimes we've used the room and put the audience on either side, like in Theater in the Round. But most of the time we've used the space up at the front so that we could make entrances right and left. Not all libraries are as fortunate to have a room like this one. Some of them have actual auditoriums, like the Bloomington Library. Some of them have smaller rooms, like the Danville Library, where we toured our melodrama last year. Some of them we used the end of the room, like at Mooresville when we took Hansel and Gretel, used the end of the room and hid in the stacks to make our entrances and exits. That was a lot of fun. Look at this space. Can't you see a play here? Imagine the audience sitting on the stairs. You don't even need chairs. So that's all you need, people and space. I write my own scripts, but you don't have to. There's plenty of scripts in public domain, like A Midsummer Night's Dream, Molière's One Acts, which we've both done here at the library. There are also books on royalty-free plays. You have to be careful with those because some of them are not very good. That's why they're royalty-free. But we did 3 for our Christmas plays, and they were wonderful. You can also get scripts from books like Anchorage Press, New Plays, and several other catalogs that are out there. The technical aspects I can sum up in 5 words. You can't compete with Disney. So don't try and don't worry about it. We've done sets with icebox crates. We've done plays with no set at all, with sheets hanging from the walls, or just using the walls as is. And it worked great. To do theater, you need actors, space, script, and audience. Period. Nothing else. Props. Tables, chairs, shelves, things that you can find in the library. That's all you need. If you find a script that needs a pumpkin carriage like Cinderella, don't do that play. Do another version of Cinderella. We did Yi Shen, which is the Chinese version, but there's some from Africa, there's some from every continent except for Antarctica, and those don't require pumpkin carriages or any phenomenally complicated sets. Do those. Use the props that you have. Let the kids use their imaginations. That's the way to do theater. Costumes. I collect costumes. I spend a lot of time at Goodwill, garage sales, thrift stores. I like costumes, so they've never been a problem for me. But if you don't do this, you can borrow costumes possibly from your community theater, from a high school. You can let the children make their own. There's always moms and dads and grandparents who like to make costumes. So costumes shouldn't be a problem. And if they are, do a modern play where you don't have to worry about costumes. There are plenty of modern plays. There are plenty of plays that are considered issue plays, which always take place in modern day times. And they're out there. You can use them and not have to worry about costumes. Makeup. The audience is so close, you really don't have to worry about makeup. And little boys don't like to wear makeup anyway. But if you have animal characters or fanciful characters, you can always use over-the-counter, especially eyeshadow, because it's a powder and you don't have to worry about cream makeup that you have to powder over, and that works fine. Like I said, if you're going to do a modern play with modern kids in a modern setting, you don't have to worry about makeup either. Lights. If you have a light switch, that is all you need. Don't worry about it. You cannot compete with a real theater. You cannot compete with movies. So just don't worry about it. We've never worried about lights here.
Meow! My kind of place the city is. My kind of town, etc. Everyone's a critic.
Sound. Since the audience is so close, we don't ever worry about sound. If you speak in a normal tone of voice in a small room, they can hear what you're saying. We have used boom boxes for pre-show and post-show music. We have been very lucky in that we have had people who have written and played live music in our performances, and that has been wonderful.
I'm foul, not a fish, not an owl, but a fowl. If you're afraid, You're a chicken. If you're not, you'll get a kickin'. I'm afraid I'm a chicken. Tastes good. Finger licking. I'm lunch, I'm supper. I'm chicken, fried chicken, broiled chicken, boiled chicken.
I'm going to say one thing here about talented people in your community. They are there, and they will do things for you. All you have to do is ask them. We've had a puppeteer come and make masks with our students. One of the musicians that I talked about played a sitar for a play that we had that was set in India, and it was such a magical experience. Talented people are out there. All you have to do is ask them. If they say no, you still have your play. If they say yes, you just can't imagine what could happen when talented people collaborate. Actors. It's fairly easy to get actors, especially if you're doing a play with very young children. Place an ad in the newspaper, send a flyer to the schools. The problem that I have had is having too many actors, especially when you do plays with younger children. So I would suggest using a play that had several plays within a play rather than one with, say, 5 or 10 characters. That way, if you only get 5 or 10 actors, you can double and triple cast or dump one of the one acts. And then if you get a lot of children, like we've gotten 25 to 30, then every child gets a part. I cannot tell you how important it is, especially when you're first starting out, to include everyone who comes out. It will, number one, get you a great audience. If you have a large cast, you naturally will have a large audience. But it will also endear you to your community and to the people that you work with if you use everyone. Inclusion, it's very, very important. Because the library is a nonprofit organization, it's got many avenues that it can use for advertising your plays. They probably already have a mailing list and access to the newspaper in your community. But you can also create your own press packages, invite photographers to come and take pictures, or take your own digital pictures and actually send them to the newspapers. Radio is required to do PSAs for nonprofits. You can send flyers to the schools, make your own posters, put them around town at stores and other places that let you advertise what's going on in your community. And you probably have many more. You need to use your imagination and use the resources of your community to get the information out about your play.
Nisbet, what are you doing? You're not starting the show without me, are you?
No. I was just practicing, right, kids?
And we all see how well you did without me, didn't we? You didn't even know the name of the show. Hello, everyone. I'm La Peur the cat.
So now that all the obstacles are out of your way, you need to find a director. Someone who's willing to put in the very, very long hours to make even one play happen. If you have teachers in your community, that's a resource that you can tap. Teachers who don't get a chance to do theater in school because they're always studying for the ISTEP. So you might ask if any teachers would be willing to direct a play at your library. If you have a community theater, our community theater only produces plays in the summertime. Those people still love to do plays, and they might be willing to work for you during their off season. The reverse is possible. If you have a community theater that works during the year, then you might be able to tap some of those resources during the summer. We have a homeschool mom who has been doing American Girl plays at the library. She's done 3 over the past 2 years, and they have been very well received. They're just very simple one-act plays, and they're royalty-free. Another resource you might tap are students. High school students really don't get much of a chance to direct plays in high school. So they might be willing. We've had 4 student directors, and one of them actually wrote and directed 2 of the 3 plays that he directed. So the talent is out there. What I talked to you about before about the talent being there, the talent is out there. It just needs to be tapped. You need to tap it. You need to search for somebody who's willing to do this. I have to say that you should pay them. You can get a grant to do theater in your library through education or humanities, arts. There are lots of grants available for you. If you have a foundation, like we have the Putnam County Foundation, they're very, very generous with their time. Your regional partner with the Indiana Arts Commission is another place to go. They are also very generous with their time and expertise. So, find yourself a director, pay that director, and you'll do some good theater at your library. Enough of this videotape. It's time for real people to talk. I would like the actors now to introduce themselves and tell you what they've done with Nesbitt and Lepers Fairy Tale Theater, and to answer any questions that you might still have. If you would like to speak with me personally about doing theater in your library, or if you have questions that they can't answer, I also am leaving my cards, and so you can pick one up at the end of the session. Thank you.